Susie and Jeff, copy all. Thank you. Yep. Why is this freaking 3-0? Oh, there's a brush fire. One five. Susie and Jeff. That's right. It's out here on Hamilton, cross of Newland. You can see that small Cessna out here. Well, it's a small Cessna. It's a single engine. It was on its way over to John Wayne Airport, reported some engine problems, and made an emergency landing here on this residential street. Like I said, that's Hamilton right there. You can see Hamilton's going to be closed both directions while that plane is sitting there. They'll probably have to tow it off, but there is a lot of wires in the area. That pilot doing an amazing job getting that plane on the ground without power. No bent metal. Nobody's been hurt right now. Just a little bit of traffic, then that's great news for everybody involved. Live in Sky 2 over the Huntington Beach area of Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio. What? The double standard? For politics? That's crazy. Simon Deska holding the shot for Fox. I don't know if they already took us. It almost matched our time. Might be less expensive. That's our president. Oh my God. Yes, sir, Mark, sir. Go ahead, sir. Ah, Facebook. Where were they yesterday? Where were they yesterday? Well, Facebookers, if you're just joining us, I don't have it up because I'm tweeting. I don't know if that's the not a PC thing to say because we're on Facebook and I'm tweeting. But it is a small aircraft that landed out here on Hamilton at the corner of Hamilton and Newland. My pilot Brennan making the joke earlier on about new landing. Maybe they should change the street name. I don't know. Anyways, it is a good story, happy story. Nobody's been hurt. The aircraft, no bent metal. Apparently some sort of engine problem. We can't say. We are way up in the air, but CSI from 2,000 feet. The plane is in one piece. There's no issues that we can see. So let's just leave it with there was an engine issue. It was on its way to John Wayne Airport. If you guys aren't local, John Wayne Airport is an international airport out here in the Southern California area, actually in Orange County. Let me correct that. It's in Orange County. Now, the airport, John Wayne Airport, is tweeting that there is uh, no scheduling issues going on over there at John Wayne because of this plane landing on the streets miles away. So that's a good thing as well. Right now, though, Huntington PD down there on scene, they're taking a look at the aircraft. They're probably going to have to tow it out. Like we said, we don't know what those issues were, but right now the aircraft's sitting there on the street. Nice landing, by the way. One of our producers, Flood, was saying earlier on, wires on the streets. Wires right there. You can see some large wires. I can almost guarantee you he probably went under those when he came to a stop out here. So pretty amazing stuff. Kudos for the pilot. And again, they are saying engine issues brought that aircraft, small Cessna Skyhawk 172. I don't know why they say small Cessna. I'm getting caught up in that too. It's like saying Honda car. Who says stuff like that anymore, So anyway, the Cessna 172 making a safe landing out here after engine issues in the Huntington Beach area. I'm going to get on with you guys here in just a minute. Let me finish tweeting. Let me see if I can get the CBS Facebook feed up and rocking. My tweet couldn't be sent right now. Now I got to work, guys. Go ahead, go ahead. Very excited. Courtney wanted to do a little something, something. Are we still going to do the something, something? And it doesn't really make a difference where we are, right? No, it's the thing, the capital T on this one, I believe. The thing that Courtney wanted to do with a little talk back with the anchors about the chase. That was earlier this morning. Actually, it was late last night. I can actually. I'm a very visual person, and I can picture this. I can actually picture this. People are looking at the houses down here. This is Orange County. This is well out of my pay scale, guys and gals. I've been seeing, I'm sorry, I had to do some other work there. I'm looking, everybody's asking what happened. I always say the small plane. It is a small plane. Cessna 172 Skyhawk had engine problems earlier this afternoon. Actually was on its way to John Wayne Airport out here in Orange County. It made an emergency landing out here on a street that's Hamilton, right at the corner of Newland Avenue, out here in the Huntington Beach area. Now, there's no bent metal. Nobody was hurt. The aircraft coming to a complete stop out here. Very treacherous, very tricky landing, I would guess. So kudos to that pilot. There are some high voltage lines right there, so I'm guessing made his way underneath those. We're making that landing out here, safely bringing that aircraft to a stop on the ground. Again, no bent metal, no injuries. Great work for the aircraft, for the pilot. Not sure if there's anybody else inside that plane when that was going on. Harrison Ford jokes, I love them, but you got to know, I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan. I'm not taking any kind of offense. Let me put that out there, but I'm just letting you know, love the Harrison Ford. Since I have this captive audience of about 600 folk this afternoon, podcast coming out, got to do some shameful plugs. This week it's going to be Jeremy Lee. You're going to say, who's that? Is he that producer? Maybe he's that Asian Kung Fu guy. No, 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 and no. He is the guy that's behind Krispy Kreme Tuesdays, the car meets. And also, and we talk about car culture. Now, I tweeted it out, I put it on Facebook, and I'm just going to kind of say the same thing right now. If you're sitting down there or wherever you're at right now going, what is he talking about? That is the reason to listen. It is car culture. We're not talking about high-techy stuff and, the motors and the pistons and the rings and the blinker fluid. We're talking about the actual culture of people with classic cars, not so classic cars, and etc. Jeremy, an organizer of these huge events out here, huge enough to get law enforcement's attention many times. We talk to him. We talk about how he's trying to do things more responsibly and still keep with the culture. It was a great interview, and I'm telling you, Jeremy Lee, excellent guy. You can follow him on Facebook and Instagram. He's out there, and of course it is Krispy Kreme Tuesday. Yes, it is. It is Donut Day. Was it a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. I got my. Yes, I did say blinker fluid. What? There's different types of blinker fluid. So. I like that, Steve. If that was the case, he probably would have just landed on the beach. That would have been the deal. If there's a pursuit and we can get to it, we will be there. We love the love. We're probably going to be doing some live television here shortly. Well, not shortly. We got more than 25 minutes. Ari, I do not know. I'm just, I don't know about anything from that pursuit last night. I don't know if they went and slapped some wrists or slapped some cuffs on some wrists with those folk that were involved last night. North Carolina, who doesn't love the North Carolina? Wait, that's not nice. So, what are we doing right here, right now? The Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Love the name. I don't think it's really appropriate. When I think Skyhawk, I'm thinking some sort of, sexy jet-looking thing. This is a, oh yeah, there you go, an A6. A6 Skyhawk. Right, with the folding wings, right? Oh, well, now I have something to Google. Oh. And for our almost 600 viewers right now on the Facebook, let me throw this out as well. First on scene. I don't hype that a lot, but today we were easily the first on scene. That was not because of my doing. Maybe Brennan flying here at extremely high speeds this afternoon, but more our desk and their news gathering abilities. Our desk full of news ninjas, making phone calls on the internet. I wish we had a camera in here. That's all I got to say. Brennan giving me some interesting looks. So anyway, let's talk about what we're looking at right there. We got a Cessna 172, engine problems, made of emergency landing out here. Huntington Beach, we are just blocks from the water. That's on Hamilton with the cross of Newland. There are some high power voltage line things right here, lines across lanes. That aircraft actually maneuvered under to do this landing out here, so amazing work. Engine problems, that's what the pilot was saying to the tower at John Wayne. That was his destination when he declared an emergency and landed out here instead. Huntington Beach PD out here, along with the fire department, they are not really needed except for crowd control and keeping an eye on what's going on. No bent metal, nobody's hurt, so this is an excellent, happy story. That aircraft, don't know how they're going to get it out of here. If it actually did have engine issues, they may have to do some dismantling, put it on a trailer, take it away. But there's a parking lot nearby. They might be able to push it off into that parking lot and open up the roads. We'll see what happens out here. Terry, you do not need another one of me rolling around. Audrey says, hi, Brennan. Always the hi, Brennan, never the hi, Stu. Nelson Smith, we were just talking about that. I did see the text from LA City Fire. I do have my scanners as well. Small grass fire up there. in the, what is that? Lakeview Terrace area, right? Somebody's watching all the way from California, or is that Canada? I'm not really sure, but at any rate, I'm happy about it. I like both those places a lot. David Burton, starting, I have my own podcast, thanks to, actually, it's not my podcast. I'm on it. It's actually owned by CBS LA. But yes, we do have a podcast, and we're like on episode 14-ish, I think. And we have Jeremy Lee on today. Actually, it comes out every Friday, and Jeremy Lee is our guest today. And I'm just telling you, it is a great, it's a great interaction, great information, especially if you are part of the car culture. And if you're in Los Angeles, car culture is something that is there, out there. I mean, everybody has a car. A lot of people take it very seriously. We talk about Krispy Kreme Tuesdays, and if you don't know what these things are, that's the reason why you should listen. You're going to get a lot of great information. He talks about the culture. He talks about the different groups that are out there, how they interact, how they don't interact, and what is being done to help grow the car culture in a way that is responsible. Oklahoma. My best friend lives in Oklahoma. Well, now Brennan's sad. Don't be sad, Brennan. I know, but you're a good friend. And just letting you know, my phone just died, so I cannot read any more comments. And so in that case, I'm going to make pretty pictures now that I don't have to hold the phone. No, I plugged it in. Thank you, Brennan. I got a cable, but you know what? I'm going to power up the iPad as well. So if you guys are local, hopefully a lot of you guys are, and guys and gals. You know, when I say guys, that's just a general, you know, like, hey guys, what's up? If you guys are local, CBS, Channel 2, top of the 6. They're going to be doing a recap of that slow speed, sloth-like pursuit that was going on yesterday out here. A lot of people were watching, a lot of people unhappy, some people unhappy, a lot of people happy. Very controversial on the interaction with the public. I think we're going to touch on some of those things, if not all of those things, at the top of the 6th. It's going to be an interesting, I don't know about conversation, but it's definitely going to be a little spiel that we're going to do. Top of the 6th, you guys can tune in. That's going to be Channel 2, 6 o'clock at CBS. I believe it's going to be the same anchors. It's going to be Jeff and Susie. And Brennan's happy about that as well. So crowds are building out here. A lot of people probably watching television and coming out to see what is going on out here in their neighborhood. Huntington Beach is where we are right now. That's actually going to be Hamilton. Whenever I hear the name Hamilton, I always think of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And the cross street right there that is not affected is going to be Newland. Newland and at Hamilton. Uh-oh, here we go. Go ahead, assignment desk. Nobody wants to hear my rambling opinions. All right, copy. I can still hype the newscast, though. I'll make sure that we talk about it on the internets, the interwebs. So I just got the word came down. The hammer just came down. I am not going to be part of that that thing that they wanted to do for the top of the hour with the pursuit, but they are doing a recap. They are going to be talking about it. It's going to be awesome. You've got Susie and Jeff. I mean, my gosh, they were there. They know it. They saw it. They lived it. They were breathing it. So. My wife texting me that she's very upset that our children have drank all the Pepsi in the home. Yep. You know, I don't know. I don't know how political things are between the Coke and the Pepsi, but we are definitely a Pepsi family. As far as the cola wars go, I wonder how many viewers I just lost because I blurted that out. Oh, there you go. Well, if it's got bourbon in it, it's always good. It doesn't even have to have the cola in it. It's still good. This is true. All right, the phone is back up, and we're checking back in. Oh, we're almost pushing the 600 mark again. So somebody's going on about why are they talking about Pepsi? Well, Erica, this is what you get on the internet if you tune into something from the helicopter. We're actually over a scene out here in the Huntington Beach area. It's not open mic night, but it is. So Scott is making comments about last night's I don't have a cat in this goat rodeo. You know what? And Tasha's asking about. I'm sorry. Somebody was asking why we're talking about Coke, and we're rambling. And I'll get to what we're looking at here in just a second. Yeah, and then the goat rodeo. Yes, Nikki's still sending pictures of cats to me all the time. Okay, stickers. I got a question about the stickers. I'm taking this very seriously. I just checked the status today, and it doesn't show shipped. It shows it's still in artwork. Don't know if there's an issue. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but I promise the stickers are gonna be in the mail very soon. As soon as I get them, I'm gonna have an envelope stuffing party, meaning Nikki or me by myself, and maybe my wife. We'll be handling all that, and the stickers will be getting out there really quickly. Okay, where are we? What's going on? That Erica was upset about that, and I feel her pain. We're looking at a small aircraft. It's a Cessna 172 Skyhawk making an emergency landing out here in Huntington Beach on Hamilton. Hamilton being the street that you see right there. Now, this plane declared engine problems earlier on this afternoon, was on its way to John Wayne Airport. If you're local, you know where John Wayne Airport is in the Orange County area. If you're not, it's a pretty big airport out here. That small plane had engine problems. Called the airport, told them what was going on, and declared an emergency and made a landing out here on Hamilton. Now, that pilot doing an amazing job. You can see some power lines right there in the shot. Maybe not seeing the power lines themselves, but you definitely see the towers right there. That aircraft making its way underneath those power lines and then landing out here safely. No bent metal. Nobody was hurt. Apparently without power. Now I got to work, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Copy all. If they turn on their IFB, I can listen in. Go ahead. Go ahead. New landing. Hey, Fox TOC, if you are copying your helicopter or the helicopter, if you turn on the IFB, that'd be awesome. If not, it's okay too. How many people were on board? All right. Copy all. Thank you. All right, everybody. Now I'm back with you. I'm sorry I missed a lot of your questions, and I did see people asking about stickers. If you guys want stickers, you guys do some digging on the internet. Find me, find my page. You'll figure it out how to get it. Right now, I have a lot of mail, and I don't want to overextend myself one more time. So, Krispy Kreme Tuesday hasn't thrown a meet in a long time. Andy, that's one of the things. Listen to the podcast. Listen to the podcast. You know what? If I could give everybody a sticker, I would. The issue is they do cost money and time. The deal is send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll see what I can do. How many kilos? Well, it is Orange County. This is Huntington Beach, so. Myra making. Copy. Gave them that wide shot. Their IFP never came on. I called them. Breaking news. That's not a runway. A Cessna lands in the middle of Huntington Beach streets. 9 Hotel TOC on 2. Hey there, Lynn. Lynn just sent me something asking for a SOT, if you guys are ready or want to mark something. Somebody was, I saw the tweet also, we already had that new landing. That's, that's a good one, guys. All right, I got to do some work here. Funny. What is that joke? Why am I sweating? I got the job. All right, we're ready to go. All right. Breaking news, that's not a runway. A Cessna lands in the middle of Huntington Beach streets. Is it, go ahead, Simon Desk. Could it, I mean. Copy, thank you for that. All right, we'll try the SOT one more time. On a Huntington Beach street. That's what it should have been. Okay, here we go. Breaking news, that's not a runway. A Cessna lands in the middle of a Huntington Beach street. Let's try that one more time. Lines across lanes. All right. What does Ron Burgundy always say? No, he's got one too. Unique New York. All right. All right, here we go. Breaking news, that's not a runway. A Cessna lands in the middle of a Huntington Beach street. I think that one works. I think the last one I got it finally. Yes, Courtney. Copy all. Did it come from above? Was it? Oh. All right. All right, I'm back with you guys. Another Harrison Ford comment. I love the Harrison Ford, though. What's the tail number on the plane? We got time. Can we move without losing our spot? Seeing how we were the first ones here. Why are you telling Tim to buzz off? What did Tim say? Oh, somebody said Tim buzz off. Oh, the jerk. All right, somebody was asking about the N number. There it is. And if you can't see it for some reason, it's going to be 375 Sierra. That's Charlie Sierra. There we go. Charlie Sierra, sorry. That's why I don't fly them. 375 Charlie Sierra. Oh, was Tim saying something mean about me? Oh, that Tim. Ron Davis, you have no idea. This plane actually went underneath wires to land here. Hey, John. Always wanted to go to Dallas. Someday I'm going to go to Dallas, eat at the Gas Monkey Grill, and drive by the Gas Monkey Garage. All right, so blah, 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 intersection, blah, 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 blah. Went underneath these wires, blah, 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 blah. Yay, pilot. Back to you. Any updates? Brittany wants to know if there's any updates on the chase last night. It's over. That's the best one we got. Simon Desk, Simon Desk, Simon Desk. I know we're right up against the wire here. Is this a female pilot? Because people are saying this is a female pilot. Copy all. Thank you. It must have been, I'm being serious about this. I must have not heard that. I'm sure that you guys told me. So, copy all. I don't know why it's any big deal. Was, you know. Send it by. Send it by. Well, Susie, Jeff, there's the aircraft right there. No bent metal, nobody hurt. An amazing job by the pilot. We know now that that pilot, a female pilot. Now, this all started right around 4 o'clock this afternoon when the emergency call came into John Wayne Tower about this aircraft having some sort of engine issues. Now, this plane actually made an emergency landing out here on Hamilton near the cross of Newland. Let's take a look at that landing just for a second. High voltage wires going across that roadway. That aircraft actually maneuvering underneath those to make that safe landing out here this afternoon with no engine. Now, the fire department and, of course, Huntington Beach PD are out here on scene. Nobody's been hurt, no bent metal. 911 calls brought all the emergency equipment. Right now, though, there's no time frame on when this plane will be removed from the road and the roadway reopened. Live in Sky 2, Stu Mandel, back to you two in the studio. Why are they way over there? I bet you, yeah, I bet you. That's a long ways. Oh, Jamie, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because we were making the new landing joke earlier. It's actually pronounced Newland. Newland. Well, we know for the next time. And I won't forget, I promise. Go ahead, go ahead. Copy all. We'll try to, I don't know, you think the camera is going to be that obvious? All right. Somebody is asking about why they can't just push it into the parking lot. They can. They will. Hamilton, not that busy of a street. That's probably one of the reasons why. All right, copy. Did you guys want an address or a name of the business, or did you want us to use the power of Sky 9 to suck the video out of that camera? These are small private businesses. They have great names. These people work very hard. There's a guy you need to call. Just put it in the Google, blue shirt, tan pants. I'm trying to get that name right there. I think it says, hang on. So that's probably the rental office. That would be my guess. I'm not being sarcastic. So, guys and gals, as you guys are still on the net, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and checking out what we're checking out. Yes, I'm going to clean up the picture. Just doing a shameless plug. Go find the podcast. We have a podcast. It's going to be in the air with Stu Mandel. CBS LA, it's on their app. If you have their app, you can find it under podcast. If you don't, Google is a good spot to start, but also iTunes, Stitcher, any place you get your podcast from somehow. I do not. Maybe I do. That would be our news van. So, podcast, find it, subscribe, please. I'm begging you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. This week we're talking to Jeremy Lee. He's the creator, the inventor, the idea maker of Krispy Kreme Tuesdays. If you don't know what Krispy Kreme Tuesdays are, might be a reason to listen to the podcast. It actually has something to do with car culture out here in the Los Angeles area, Southern California area. Actually extended all the way down to San Diego. And when we talk to him, I find out that he actually travels across the United States. Colorado was brought up. And he hosts these events out there. These are huge events. If you are into car culture, you probably might know about it. And if you don't, that's another reason to listen. So go ahead and dig it up, find it, subscribe, listen, and know. And it's going to be Jeremy Lee. That's who we're talking to this week. We have a new one every Friday. If you guys are wondering what we got going on out here, this is going to be the Huntington Beach area. This is a small plane, a female pilot making an emergency landing. I got to say it like that. You know, it's a pilot. A pilot is a pilot is a pilot. Obviously, if she's flying that aircraft, she's qualified. There was a engine issue earlier this afternoon. The plane was on its way to John Wayne Airport, made an emergency landing out here on Hamilton, coming to a stop right before Newland. Newland, as we learned, is the pronunciation from one of the locals. Now, that aircraft actually had to maneuver underneath some high voltage wires and came to a rest out here safely. No bent metal, nobody hurt. And right now, of course, Hamilton closed down for a couple blocks because of this aircraft. No time frame on when they're going to be able to move it and reopen the roadway. People have been talking, why don't they just push it into the parking lot? They might, but Hamilton doesn't seem. I'm not a Huntington Beach guy. It doesn't seem like a very busy road. So right now, they are just waiting on the FAA to come out here. Actually, it's not the FAA. It's the NTSB. NTSB will get here and talk to the FAA later. Right now, we're on our way back to Van Nuys. I don't know if the feed is going to stay up. If it does, I'll try to ramble on. Lori's asking if that female pilot can fly this helicopter. Actually, it's called ratings. You're rated in a type of aircraft. The helicopter is a rotor wing. It's a different type of aircraft than a fixed wing. So you have to train in it. But I'm just saying. Uh, there's a possibility she is checked out in a helicopter, so rotor wing aircraft, so possibly it wouldn't be an issue. Right, Pinky? Got to do what you got to do. Is that the ocean? You know what? I just realized we have some folk that are not Southern Californians. So we got a very unattractive helicopter there in the shot, ruining our picture. I'm just playing. We are all good friends up here. So they are flying home as well, a little closer to the shoreline. As we're making our way northbound, it's got a lot of glare. The sun's going down out here, so there's a lot of glare being thrown out. If you know the area, if you don't, I'm going to tell you anyway. That's going to be Long Beach out there in the distance. I'm shooting through haze and glare, so it's going to kind of look a little funky. And right there is going to be Palos Verdes Estates. Very expensive pieces of property over there. Obviously, the closer you are to the water, the more expensive it is. Also, San Pedro in that shot, it's very difficult to see. Like I said, it's not a pretty day out here in the Southern California area. Every day is a pretty day out here in Southern California. Who am I kidding? Joanne, I have huge props for any of the aerial camera people and reporters that work in the New York area. Shooting between those buildings, it must be impossible. Thank you, Lori. And I'll just throw out, I'm thinking that people that are in the room right now might be newer people that weren't here earlier. Just going to let you guys know, we were talking about the stickers earlier on. As soon as I get them all in, I'll get the envelopes stuffed and I'll get them out to you guys. I checked on the order today. It shows that they're still in artwork, so I guessed 2 weeks for the new batch to be made and sent to me. So we still actually have till next Friday. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop and let you know updates on the social media. Can we hear your pilot talk? Well, the problem is he swears all the time. So there's that.
Not right now. I got radio issues going on right here.
Oh. No, you can't hear him talk. So, maybe later. One of the only ones that I know of, a smaller military field out here in, oh gosh, what's the name of it? Gosh, let's just think, what is the name of this airport? If I just had a way of knowing, let me look on, let me use some computer technology. Let me turn on SkyMap. There it is, Los Alamitos Airport. That's a joke. Brennan was actually yelling it at me. He was like getting very frustrated that I did not know this is Los Alamitos Airport. Some of those Blackhawks are out there, and some others. They do a lot of training and learning and flying out of this area right there. Any horse race fans? What else is in Los Alamitos? Dun 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 dun. If Tim Conway Jr. is watching right now, I wonder if he's salivating or crying or probably not watching. He's not. If it's not a pursuit, he's probably not going to be watching. But there you go. I have a feeling that is one of his other great loves. Doesn't look like they're doing much racing right now. Los Alamitos. Let's take a look. What else we got? We got Disney's a little too far, but the ever so great Knott's Berry Farm. Love the Knott's Berry Farm. Good jam. That's Knott's Berry Farm right there. Judy, we're going to get gassed up as soon as we hit, wait, I shouldn't say hit the ground. As soon as we get on the ground, the first thing we usually do, besides, you know, that little cross thing and, you know, kiss the ground, is get fuel. Vegas, love the Vegas. Some people shouting out Los Al. Where's Portos? The original one is actually, I think, in Burbank, right? The camera, pretty good. Not that good. We are more than a couple miles away. Let's see if we can get the droppy thing to do the droppy thing. That was always one of my favorite rides when I was a kid. And then the wait. And somebody's probably saying, I can see my house from there. Oh, whoing. There you go, some sound effects and everything. Oh, I need some Starbucks. We can't see Dodger Stadium yet either. We probably are going to fly by Dodger Stadium. I don't think there's a game today, so there will be no TFR. There is a game? No game. So we might be able to get a picture of that. Am I talking live? No, this was recorded earlier. Yes, this is all live. Oh, the icon. Boysenberry and pie and ice cream. You're on it. Stephen, we are actually on our way home. You missed all the excitement. There was a small plane that made an emergency landing out there in the Huntington Beach area earlier on. Right now, we're actually making our way back to Van Nuys. They keep the signal up, which is nice of them. We appreciate that. I do. I get to hang out with y'all, showing you some. Let me see if I can get this so that you guys can't. There you go. There you go. An anonymous helicopter flying next to us. It's anonymous. I did that on purpose so you can't see who that is. I'm clever. Oh, you're going to ruin it for me. Brennan's going to ruin it. Those guys. Some people saying that the plane, they saw the plane land. We actually had, somebody was tweeting me earlier on, not saying that, you know, that, Kathy, I'm sure it was an amazing thing to see, something you definitely don't see every day, and probably something everybody that saw that will probably remember for the rest of their lives. Sean, I'd like to. I actually know where that is. Sean wants to go over the distribution center in Compton, but that's kind of out of our way. I'm sorry. It's not a beautiful day for sightseeing. I hope you're being facetious. Well, if it's a race, we're winning. Scott, I will. I honestly will. Paula, the heck you say? My eyes are bleeding. How dare you? Airspace tax. I laugh because it wouldn't really affect me because I sit in the back of the helicopter. I don't pay for any of that. Nope, it's the same helicopter, it's same camera, same everything. I don't know if they're using the new software though. I'm being serious about that. I am just a big kid and I'm loving every minute of it. Shout out to aircraft mechanics. You know what? I have huge respect for all the aircraft mechanics, especially the ones that work out at Helinet that keep us safe, keep these aircraft flying. Some of those guys I've actually known since the 90s. What's the Todd? Todd? No, not Todd. What's the guy that looks young that he's not? Troy. I don't know, Troy's was working at Rotor Crash when I started. Well, that's sad. Yeah. What is he doing? Oh. Working for the city? Oh. Oh, wow. All the good people. True that. Concord, California, not near here, but a place that I do love. Wife and I are going to make our way up north sooner or later again. John, I'm not picking on you. It's not smog, guys. It's not smog. It's May gray. It's atmosphere. It's the cool weather and the hot sun or the ocean coolness. It's weather. That's what you're looking at. It's smog. Sylvie, oh Sylvie, I hope you're going to be all right. Where is Grove Street? I don't know where Grove Street is. Boyle Heights. We could fly over Boyle Heights. I can show you Boyle Heights, that's for sure. There's County Generous right there. Actually, it's USC Medical Center. The older building, not actually a hospital anymore. They use it for medical records. The newer buildings are around front. That's the Boyle Heights area right there. Somebody was asking for Boyle Heights. The history behind a lot of these neighborhoods is actually amazing, and the new stuff that's happening is also pretty frickin' cool. Raul wants to see who's at the bar. Brandon. There's beautiful Dodger Stadium right there in the haze this afternoon. They go a little bit wider. You got Union Station right there in the shot. The jail, that's always very exciting to see from this side of the wall. Right there you've got City Hall. That used to be the tallest building in Los Angeles. You could see that building from anywhere in Los Angeles. That's what I was told, unless you were behind a mountain, I guess. And now that is the cityscape as it sits today. A lot of construction has been happening recently. Been living out here since the early 80s. I left, I came back, but there's a lot of new construction recently, a lot of homes being put up out here in the downtown area. Raul was asking about the bar. If you guys are not familiar, the bar that we're talking about is right there. That is the Wilshire Grand, and there is a skytop, rooftop bar right there. You can see some peeps walking around. What? We wouldn't be interested in that at all. What do they have there? That would interest us. Guys, letting you guys know, once again, that podcast. It's in the air with Stu Mundell, not about flying, but about local events. We talked to some really cool people. Jeremy Lee was our guest this Friday. You can find it, subscribe to it, listen to it, hopefully love it. There is the bar. Ooh, one of the bartenders has got red hair now. That's new. Usually it takes a minute or two for them to kind of realize we're here. There we go. She is always the most excited to see us. So this is called Spires. This is on the top of the Wilshire Grand. Open to everybody. You can go patronize the establishment, have a drink. Maybe we'll fly by. In the background there is going to be the U.S. Bank Tower, which is another one of my favorites. I make some quick moves as now there's things to look at as we're going away. That's MacArthur Park right down there, Alvarado Street. Out over this way, you've got Echo Park. You got the fountains going this afternoon. If you guys are Bosch fans, these are spots that they talk about in the Bosch books. The picture's going to look a lot nicer right now because we're not shooting into the. This is a camera person's trick. We've got the sun to our back, so it's going to make things look a lot nicer right now. Echo Park neighborhood, another one of those areas that might not have been that great at one time. Now is the hipster place to live. That's the Sunset Building. That's Sunset Boulevard, but that's not actually the Sunset Strip. That's going to be Sunset through the Echo Park area right there. More Echo Park, and then where is the reservoir? There it is. And now we're in Silver Lake. How do you know? Because there's the Silver Lake Reservoir. A lot of beautiful homes out here in the Los Angeles area, and these are the ones that are down low. These are on hillsides, but these are definitely not the Hollywood Hills homes, but they are just as beautiful, some of them, and gorgeous place to live. These are still communities. These are neighborhoods. And if you've hung out with us before, you're probably going to be like, oh, come on, Stu, show us something new. Let me see if I can find the Frank Lloyd Wright house. That's going to be right there. Frank Lloyd Wright, a famous architect from California. That's the Ennis house. That's not Ennis Cosby. It's a different Ennis. This Ennis was around probably before Cosby was born. That house built from concrete bricks. It's an amazing architectural structure. There's another house called the Hollyhock, which I think I might have messed it up because I waited too long. There's the Hollyhock. Let me get the Hollyhock house. This one you can actually take tours of, and there's something going on there this afternoon. That's the Hollyhock house. That's also a Frank Lloyd Wright design, but not actually built by Frank Lloyd Wright. It's an interesting story. If you go there, they'll explain it all to you. You can walk through the house. It's a beautiful thing, and they also have farmers markets out there as well. Hollywood sign. Everybody loves the Hollywood sign. We didn't do the observatory, but, you know, there's always tomorrow or the next day or the next day. And if you guys are hikers out here, that is the wisdom tree. I was worried that the wisdom tree was going to burn down one time. We had a brush fire, made its way all the way up to the top. The tree survived. The shot that you see right there, that's called a compressed shot. As we're flying by, it looks like the background is whizzing by us, but obviously we're moving. The Earth is, well, the Earth is moving too, but the terra firma is very firm and very terra-ish, so it's not going anywhere. But that is a destination to hike to. It used to be a geocache spot. I don't know if they even do that anymore. There are some of those other places that we patronize. You guys were asking for Portos. I can't give you Portos, but I can give you Paquito Mas. It's actually right there, but we can't give you Paquito Mas. I lied. Paquito Mas is right there. Also, Bosch Reference, a place that I love. Been there much before the Bosch. This, my good friends, is where all the magic happens. That's Radford Studios. This building right there is the Broadcast Center, the home of the In the Air with Stu Mandel podcast. CBS television, that is the news business that goes on in there. Our assignment desk, all the great guys that are bringing the picture to you from the helicopter, all the great writers, producers, talent on television, they all hang out in there. Vero Beach, Florida. I lived in Lake Worth. My children were born in Lake Worth. And then I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, my 4-year vacation. And then I moved back to California. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. I always like it when people correct me, and I believe you. I won't even Google it. Porto started in Glendale, by the way. Tony, sorry. You know, somebody's flipping the bill for this, and they frown on it when we start just flying around in random places. Kaylee, congratulations on graduating. I know it might have seemed difficult, but believe me, life that's coming ahead of you is just going to be a lot of fun. And high school, you know what, I don't know what it's like now, because I went to this high school, perfect timing. That's Van Nuys High School. That's the one that I attended when I was out here in the Los Angeles area as a kid, Van Nuys. But I can tell you that life outside high school is nothing like high school at all. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to do awesome things and have a great time. Congratulations, Kaylee. Somebody's telling me about the temperature up in the Antelope Valley. I'm sure you guys know I am a resident of the Antelope Valley. I'm a Palmdalian, Palm Delight. I'm the delight part of the Palm. Calabasas getting a shout out, at least their high school. Yes, Stu really has a podcast. It's In the Air with Stu Mandel. Google, you can find it there. You can find it on iTunes. We're up to episode 14, guys. Come on, man. Big things. Yes. What was that? Oh, I don't know. Was that Courtney? Yes, we are landing at Helinet. Landing assured, as I understand it. I don't really know how they can say that when we're so far from the airport. We could fall right out of the sky right here. I mean, I guess our landing would be assured, but maybe not at Helinet. I'm not sure. Actually, I do know what mountaintop we're into. We're into Harvard. This might work all the way to the ground. Let's see what we can do. 49th Aero Squadron right there. I pan the camera, but I want to keep the right. Brennan at the tiller. Amazing skills. Whoa, check out that helicopter. That thing's been following us all day. Check this out.